3. I'm back, parts are here, and I'm trying to get it driving. We have everything we need. Supposedly, if this goes right, the car should be back on the road. And it might also fix the lean issue that we've been dealing with up until the end of last year, 2022. So let me show you guys what happened with the injectors. So you see I have a rag here, and that's because we had a huge leak. So I did change the gas cap. There's a brand new gas cap. This is the one I put on there. It's a Duralast gas cap from AutoZone. Obviously something cheap, but it works. You don't need anything fancy. I went to go and prime the fuel pump, and I just heard a lot of air. Checked the front, and this injector, I kid you not, was squirting fuel. Like the worst leak I've ever seen with an injector. Now, I don't think that was the issue, being a clogged or a leaky injector, but I was checking it. So I had taken the injectors out, put them back in. Obviously the injector didn't sit right. It didn't seat itself correctly, and we had that huge leak. So a little bit of cleaning up, and put this rag here. I haven't touched it since. That really downed me because when I had that leak, I knew that the seals for the injectors were bad and I'd have to replace those. But we did order the injectors. They are here. Also, let me guys know if you like this new shelf that I have. I don't know if I am digging it, but it's whatever, extra storage for the shop. Back to the point, these are the new injectors we ordered. They're OEM injectors. I didn't upgrade or anything, but we had an issue when we took out the old injectors, and I'll show you guys that now. So yes, you guys know that these injectors have an issue, and these screws are very hard not to strip. I stripped that one, I stripped that one, barely stripped that one. This one is really bad. It's like basically completely rounded out. So now I'm just scared that I won't be able to get them out. But yesterday, don't get mad, off camera, I did a little test and I was able to pop all of them loose. So they can all come out. We have to run over to Broward Bolt, and we're gonna be changing those out. Instead of screws, I'm gonna do Allen bolts. Oh, and also I'm gonna be changing out the fuel filter. I mean, it'd be dumb not to. That possibly could be one of the issues, so we might as well hit it now. It's cheap, I'm gonna do it. All right, let's go. Look how badly this was rounded out, if you can see that. And I was still able to get it out. I'm gonna take off one of this push part right here, and I'm gonna bring this cap with me just so I can make sure the head of the Allen screw isn't too big. Usually I would order my fuel filter from AFR from Injectors Racing. It gets here in like less than a week, maybe 3 or 4 days. I didn't want to wait. AutoZone had this for the 300ZX, which is the filter I run. That was not in there all the way. That's for sure. Oh, wow. Okay, I gotta show you guys this. It blew the seal. It completely blew the seal. All 4 injectors are out, and already the second I took the first one out, I knew the issue. Every seal for each injector blown completely. Each injector seal damaged bad. We'll figure it all out. But right now, new injectors need to come out, need to go in, and then we'll do the fuel filter. I didn't realize this is what OEM looks like. It has kind of like a bigger pocket on the filter compared to these. I'm gonna use dielectric grease, lube up the O-rings, and then put these in. Injectors are in, and I was stressed out installing them. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. You have to put grease, silicone on the O-rings. I didn't do that last time, which is why the other O-rings are basically obliterated, because the second I put them in, I damaged them. They're all seated all the way in, everything's flush. Now we just gotta put the caps on, which are over here, and then use our new hardware and see if it fits. now that I did it this way, like the actual proper way, the last time I did it was so wrong. The last time the injectors weren't seated and I was using the screws to push it in, which is completely wrong. These should just sit directly on top. These don't even really need to be tight. They just need to hold the cap on. That's all that needs to do. I'm gonna go ahead and just snug these up. I'm not gonna like tighten them down, anything crazy. I'm just gonna snug them up. Just like that, new hardware's in, new injectors are in. We don't have to worry about ever stripping these again because they're Allen head and we don't have the soft metal screws in there anymore. So that's perfect. Everything's tightened down, ready to go. Connectors are in. I need to check the fuel filter to make sure it's the same size. This is an ISR stock OEM replacement 300ZX filter. I just wanna see if this is the same size, which it looks like it is. Okay, a little bit bigger, but it works. I'm not gonna test drive the car at nighttime, clearly. I could, but why would I do that when I could just do it in the daytime? Tomorrow, hopefully, we'll be able to start the car up, get it running again for the first time in like a month. We'll pick up tomorrow. So it is the next day and we have to change the fuel filter and we're gonna get a good amount of fuel leakage, which is fine. And after we do that, we'll be able to start the car. Oh, okay. All right, gas is loaded up. I'm about to go drop these off. Finally, it's been a year since I've had these. Then I have to drain the tank, fill those up, refill the tank, and then we can start it up. Yeah, so they were like, oh, we'll take your gas, but we need to take your containers too. So basically, give us all 4 of your gas containers and leave. Like, what is that, dude? That's not gas disposal, that's robbery. So I think I'm just gonna start the S14 up and then let it run a bit and then go to the gas station, top it off with fresh fuel. We'll be fine. I'm gonna turn the car over a couple times, get the oil flowing. It's been sitting for a while, so I need to do that. If I start it right away, it's gonna run for like a couple seconds with no oil. So I'm gonna build pressure, prime the fuel pump, start the car. We got oil pressure, it's time to start it up. Let's go. Okay, so the reason it was having such a hard time starting, cylinder 1 got flooded, and that's because the bottom O-ring of that injector that I put in didn't seal. Hopefully the O-ring just didn't seal and it's not damaged, because if it's damaged, I gotta replace it. If it just didn't seal, we can try again. I pulled the sparks for each cylinder. They were all dry, except for one, which was covered in liquid, which yes, was gas. It smelled like gas, and I just looked inside the cylinder and it's flooded. I'm gonna try to clear the fuel out by just cranking. Hopefully it's sealed. We're gonna find out right now when we go to start it. Tomorrow maybe a test drive since it's running good now. Good thing is, car's back on the road driving. The leak is fixed. Replace the gas cap, we can roll that out. Injectors, we can roll those out. So we're still narrowing down the reason why we're getting lean AFRs. Alright, so I haven't shown you guys this, but we have new decals on the front. With the Go-Go, we got Milk Tea Garage. Looking pretty good. KC shirts tucked in, Jesse Streeter imports, Osaka Street Rev style, obviously the Vanel decal. I'm going to be dropping new decals soon for Vanel. I'm actually designing one right now, so if you guys want to buy that, make sure you look out for it. It'll be in the shop within a month. And it's going to be all white like this. Just white, very simple, nothing crazy. If you don't follow my TikTok, follow my TikTok. I'll put it on the screen. Clean Porsche. I know y'all saw that. Clean Porsche. I know you guys saw that. Before I get out, let me open the hood because we're gonna have to obviously check some stuff in the engine bay. Once I put the dash back on, after we figure everything out, this was never mounted, it was just zip tied like here, but I think I'm gonna actually get this to mount to the dash, which we gotta go under the fender and a bunch of stuff to make sure this cable is long enough for it to reach. New gas cap, let's see if the car is still doing this hissing thing. What? I don't know if I want to check timing today. You guys know how much of a nightmare doing that is. I'm actually gonna push the car back, it's way too far forward. I need to get a temp gun so I can like check my runners on the exhaust manifold. We've done so much stuff and there's not a lot left. Maybe a serious actual boost leak test and not using that. Corner lights, these have been off for so long. You don't get the best fitment. You saw me install it. If you didn't, the video's here. Watch it. It took a ton of cutting. You can even see some of the fiberglass powder on the fender still from all the cutting we did. So this doesn't clear correctly. It doesn't line up. Okay, it's terrible. I'm gonna cut this whole entire part of the fender off. I'm gonna have a bracket that holds up the headlights. I do have a welder. Somebody didn't want theirs and they gave it to me for free. Thank you to them. It's not anything crazy, Harbor Freight of course, but it will work. Now I have the welder, but I don't know how to weld and I don't have a mask or gloves or a table or anything yet. So I'm gonna buy that stuff and that's gonna be a whole video. So that's coming up soon. I told you I don't wanna touch timing. Definitely will be more diag in the next video. So I'll see you guys then. Thank you for watching. We're back. Happy New Year and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.